So hi everyone. Today I wanted to talk about one of the tools that has helped me most in dealing with brain injury and post-traumatic stress actually is photography. And I was very blessed to have my husband. He's a photographer. He teaches equine photography. This is one of his pictures. And he encouraged me to come to the workshops with him because really he wanted me to not be alone at home. In the beginning it was difficult. My mom flew over and took care of me the first time for a few weeks, while I still had things done in my face and teeth and so forth. But then, it became impractical for me to stay at home. I still couldn't do everything, so it was easier for me to go with him. And I did, and he gave me an old camera and his favorite lens, he just wanted me to have fun, and he explained the basics about photography to me, and then I was able to use that and just capture, I just captured, horses in the beginning. The first workshop I did with him was at Return to Freedom in California. It's a wild horse sanctuary that Neda Di Maio created. Very, very beautiful place. And the wild horses, acted in a way that was also incredibly healing for me. They're all rounded up. They're taken away from their freedom. Very traumatic capturing process mostly. And so I'm sure that they have a similar perspective of post-traumatic stress than I did. So on that level, I felt very safe with them. I knew and I understood that they needed the same space that I needed. I couldn't have anything come close to me. That would totally freak me out. And so that was beautiful and amazing to see. In the beginning, the working with the images that I captured with the camera, I couldn't sit in front of the computer for very long, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. But I had a lot of fun capturing these moments, out there. And I kept going to the workshops with my husband. And so, photography is all about light. So even when I didn't photograph horses, I realized and noticed that my own process, my own recovery really was because I kept looking at the positive. I kept looking at the light. My mind never went to the negative, to the pain, to the suffering, even in the world. It would always go to the beauty, to the sunrises and the sunsets, to the flowers, to the desert, to the birds, to the horses. It was beautiful moments I captured. I could have felt drawn to negative things out there too, but I didn't. So that was good, and that was very healing for me to see that even after this impact, this incident I had, I was still a very positive being. I don't know myself any other way, so I guess that helped. But through the photography, it was very clear. There it was, right? And then I learned to work with the images. I processed them in Photoshop, and anybody who has worked with Photoshop knows it takes some time to get used to, and you need to put your time and effort into it to get the results you want. So that's what I did. In the beginning it was short periods, and then it became longer and longer, and I really got into the process. Sometimes I forgot time and space. The house was dark when Tony came home, and I hadn't noticed how long I would sit there in front of the computer working on these images. So now I have gotten so much into it that I created my own website, claudiamardell.com, if you want to check out what I'm doing. And I'm teaching Photoshop classes online. So I don't know how many I've taught now. I think probably 4 or 5. And I teach it with Tony at the workshop. So I go with him and I teach there as well. And I have so much fun of doing it, So that's something that I really wish for you that you can find something that gives you the joy and the passion to focus on something so intensely that nothing else matters. This is how you gain your focus back. This is how you gain and overcome your traumatic brain injury, where you think, oh my gosh, I can't even remember a thing from yesterday. I can't remember what I did 5 minutes ago. And it was the same with me. And photography and working with these images has really helped me tremendously to focus and to retrain my brain and connect these synapses again. So I think it is of utmost importance that you find something. If it's not photography, that's okay. But I know how difficult it is. Anything that moves is very difficult, or was difficult for me. Anything that has a background noise, very difficult. So you're limited mostly in your perception of what you can and cannot do. Like for me, reading was incredibly difficult, just to follow the lines on the page. I couldn't really do it. So photography, and I don't know why, but I thought in pictures, and my brain was just wired to express itself through images. And that is really how the universe speaks, it speaks through pictures. This is how you do animal communication. This is how you communicate telepathically. So this is another thing that we can talk about maybe next time. And yeah, so find what gives you passion, what gives you the, hold that you focus. It's really important that you get through that. So that's it for today. That's all I have to share. I will add this to the YouTube channel that I have. You can go on there. I will keep adding new videos to that. And if it helps you, please feel free to share. I just want you to get the best out of it, okay? Thank you so much, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.